Hello, I'm Abigail Blackrick, and here's what's happening in our community. A car accident in Sheboygan County on Wednesday put a local woman in the hospital for serious injuries. Sheriff Dale Claremont says his department was called just before 11 a.m. to a one-car rollover accident on northbound I-75 in Nunda Township. Upon arrival to the scene, emergency units from the Wolverine Fire Department were called to extricate the driver, 77-year-old Victoria Kelly of Cadillac, from her vehicle because she was trapped inside. The vehicle's two other passengers were able to exit the vehicle before authorities arrived. Investigation revealed that the accident occurred when the driver lost control of the vehicle, overcorrected, and veered off the roadway. Once the vehicle hit the wet grass, police say it began to roll over and eventually landed upside down. The driver of the vehicle was transported to McLaren Petoskey Hospital by Sheboygan Life Support Systems and is expected to recover from her injuries. Her two passengers were not injured. A local free health clinic received a major boost this week. The Stay Hower Free Clinic in Cadillac has received much-needed medical equipment that will allow them to better serve their patients, volunteers, and staff. The new equipment came as a gift from the Cadillac Area Chamber of Commerce's leadership class. Each year, the leadership class chooses a community project to support. This year's class chose to devote their time, energy, and leadership skills toward an improvement and awareness project for the Stay Hower Free Clinic. Through fundraising events and generous community support, the class raised more than $30,000 to purchase new medical equipment for the clinic. Up until this point, the clinic's medical equipment and supplies were actually hand-me-downs from other hospitals. On Thursday, a ribbon-cutting ceremony and open house was held to celebrate the completion of the project, allowing the clinic to show off their new equipment, raise awareness about their services, and most of all, show their appreciation for the gifts. Becky Cotter, a clinical nurse for the Stay Hower Free Clinic, says she cannot express enough how much of a difference the new equipment will make.
Usually we're running room to room, trying to borrow a stethoscope, trying to borrow a thermometer, a blood pressure cuff. Every room's set up now. Every room has their own thing. The patients, are a little bit more, their room, they're just like any doctor's office, anything like that. It's a real clinic. It's awesome.
The Stay Hower Free Clinic was founded in 2002. It's available to anyone who is not covered by health insurance or is underinsured or simply cannot afford the deductible that accompanies a typical doctor visit. If you're interested in seeing if you qualify as a patient, you can set up an eligibility meeting, and if you do qualify, the staff will get you set up with an appointment. The clinic serves patients of all ages and is more than happy to be able to do so.
If those patients can't get help, they're going to end up in ER. They're not going to get treatment. They end up with heart attacks, they end up with strokes, kidney failure. And they're our parents, they're our grandparents, they're your neighbor, and we're here to help with that.
The Stay Hower Free Clinic runs almost completely off of donations. Munson Healthcare of Cadillac will help out in areas when it's needed, but for the most part, it's the support of the community and the help of organizations like the leadership team who stepped up out of the generosity of their hearts to help out that make the clinic be able to operate and continue to provide help to members of our community. The Department of Natural Resources was just rewarded over $950,000 to expand its hunting access program into the northern Lower Peninsula. The grant was awarded by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Voluntary Public Access and Habitat Incentive Program. The grant will allow the DNR to increase private land hunting opportunities while also improving wildlife habitats. What it does is offers a small financial incentive to landowners to allow outdoor enthusiasts greater access to their privately owned land for activities including bird watching, fishing, hiking, but especially hunting.
As a landowner, you can restrict yourself to certain seasons or certain types of hunting, or you could allow all hunting. But there are some rules that go along with it for the hunters that they have to follow for you as a landowner, because it is your land. This is still your land. You're just opening access for several months out of the year for some hunting.
Michigan's Hunting Access Program started in 1977 to increase hunting opportunities in southern Michigan, where 97% of land is privately owned. This grant now allows the program to be expanded into northern Michigan, where outdoor recreation is a huge pastime. And that's the latest from around our region. I'll be back in a few moments with a look around the world.